Okay, give us 1 second to get over here. And I hope you can see me. You should be able to see me. Alright. So, we're back.
Hello.
Of sorts.
Yep.
Yeah. Boys are back in town?
Boys are back in town.
Okay. So, this is a special episode of Rant Live. My former co-host from the Dork List, Jordan Fay, is back. Welcome back, Jordan.
Thank you.
So, we're here to talk about Steven Universe, because those last 4 episodes were a doozy.
Yep. More of a bomb than any previous Steven bomb.
It's just
in the
like
past.
so much came up, and so many flaws were thrown into the series that we've known as a whole before.
So many fan theories just got blown out of the window.
It's let's start with like the end thing, where
What
this
end thing?
spoiler alert.
Okay, if
Massive
you're watching this thing right now.
Spoiler alert through the roof.
Like, this is discussion and like our own theories about what just happened. So
Yeah,
if you're watching this thing, just
this is our disclaimer. This is our spoiler alert.
the title in itself is
Yeah,
spoiler
God.
alert, but well.
Yeah, so these are our last Steven Universe episodes for a while, so you got your time to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
So, long story short, Lars died for like a second.
Yep.
And Steven brought him back. Kind of. And now we kind of learned how Rose brought Lion into being.
Kind of. So, I mean, at this point in time, like, well, most people had thought that, like, Lion was some reincarnation of Pink Diamond.
Or Rose.
Or something. And by all means, the Pink Diamond thing could still possibly be a thing.
Yeah, we don't know.
But at this point, I'm more leaning towards, at some point, Rose found the lion, cried or something for it, and it came back to life.
But it's still a good idea. I mean, we'd all like for Pink Diamond or Rose to still be alive, but that's not what happened.
Right.
It's just... But, long story short, now Lars has, like, warp powers.
Right. Lars has a similar physiology to a lion now, in that he has the same pinkish hue that Lion does, and at least in terms of the hair, it creates the same, or it's like a path to the same dimensional space that like Lion's mane previously had, and so Steven's able to go back and forth between the two.
Weirdly, he's planting seeds, because essentially in Lion's Mane is one seed, which is the tree that has like all the artifacts that Rose had.
Mm-hmm.
And then another seed is the one that Steven planted in Lars. And yeah, that's really, really weird when you think about it and say it out loud. But that's essentially what happens. So let's say whenever Steven cries when somebody dies, he can bring them back and it'll plant a seed in them, therefore making a warp in space and time that you can just walk through.
I mean, that being said, though, like, it begs the question, because this is not the first time that Steven has used his powers on a human.
Yeah.
Like, he's used them subconsciously on Connie when they were using the same juice, and all of a sudden she could see.
Yeah.
But this was, like, the first instance of Steven dealing with somebody that had died that was not, like, a gem, and then bringing them back.
First time we've actually seen somebody properly die for like about a half second.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just... And now Lars, all of that character development for Lars in the last 4 episodes. Like, we really, quote-unquote, kind of fixed his character to where he was relatively the same for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Like, there were several moments in the past where Lars and his character development could have been there. Like, they tried, and they tried, and they tried. But it was finally now, when there was a whole situation of life and death, where Lars finally
kicked in.
Pretty much.
Especially for people that are now strangers to him.
Yes,
so
that was huge.
That was awesome. Speaking of strangers, we now have 4 new gems that are quote unquote allies of the crystal gems. 2 fusions.
I guess I could potentially say 4.5.
Yes.
But like, if we want to count Zircon, potentially, but
I'd
we'll get to that.
I'd really like to count Zircon because Zircon.
Blue Zircon anyway.
Blue Zircon.
Green Zircon can suck it. But
she can
but yeah, like, and just we're gonna apologize right away if we
these
pronounce,
are names.
if
these
we
are
pronounce
names. I cannot
one of
these.
them wrong.
Not
because we got Rutile, which is the conjoined twins. We've got Rhodonite, which is the ruby and pearl fusion. We've got Fluorite, which is the big grandma 6-gem fusion.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Padparacha, who is the really rare sapphire that can't predict the future. She predicts what already happened.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. But I really like that we got to see some homeworld gems who aren't
just part of the plan.
Well,
yeah.
And just those 2 episodes alone tells us a lot about what Homeworld actually is, from what's been told about us. Is that Homeworld, from what we've seen, they want perfection in everything that they do. They want efficiency, and they cast aside these gems because they were not perfect.
Yep.
We've also found out that Homeworld has been lying to their entire population about what happened to the Earth, because I guarantee you they did not tell. Because they did not tell their population that, but outside of Pink Diamond being shattered, they did not tell their population that the Earth was still there.
No, they had said that Earth had been destroyed. There was nothing left of it. They weren't told of their failures. They weren't told of Rose Quartz being taken and rectifying what had happened to Pink Diamond. None of that happened.
They lied about a lot of stuff, and for those trying to poke little holes in it, it's not as if the only people who've been sent to Earth are people who are in cahoots with the diamonds, and therefore are up in the higher hierarchy, like Paradox, Topaz, Aquamarine. They're pretty much being held to secrecy at this point. Hey, whenever you go to Earth, you're not allowed to talk about it on Homeworld anymore. So it's very, very illuminating that they are hiding that fact. But yeah, that's a huge thing. We also have Blue Zircon, who is probably the first non-crystal gem or any non-affiliated gem to flat out question whether the diamonds have been lying or not.
It wasn't. What's a little bit more impactful about that too is that Blue Zircon also wasn't a sympathizer.
Yeah.
Whereas the off-color gems were ones where they were
they were cast aside.
They were cast aside. Because Blue Zircon was thrown into this case the last second to support Steven.
Yeah.
Although it was pretty much just one of those things where you're it's one of those defense attorneys that's thrown in just because you have to rather than you want to.
But Blue Zircon, they did, I don't want to say just a little bit too good of a job on her, is that she's supposed to do it to the best of her ability, and she did. To where she started realizing, hey, something doesn't add up here. And it really kind of puts into place as, we're not saying that Rose didn't shatter Pink Diamond. In fact, there's a lot of evidence that says that it still did happen. Or at least Rose think that she did. It's more or less not going into, did it happen? It's more or less, how did it happen?
No, I would
rephrase that.
I would phrase it differently.
I'm trying to find the proper way to phrase
It's not a question of how did she do it. It's a question of how could she have done it.
Yeah.
Because Zircon goes into detail about how the whole situation seems really fishy. There are too many factors that don't make sense as to how this could have happened. How did Pink Diamond, how did none of her Vanguard, how did none of her agates, how did none of her sapphires, how did her pearl, how did none of them see this meeting happen between Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond? How did they allow her to get even close to her? How could Pink Diamond, why would, even if Rose Quartz did get past her, why would she have stepped willingly out of her palanquin to, like, go up to Rose Quartz? So the question at this point is Rose Quartz even capable of shattering a diamond? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was a diamond that shattered another diamond? So at this point, I don't think it is. I don't think Rose did it. I don't think that she did it at all. And like at no point in time does she ever reveal like anything to that extent. Yeah. In any of like the memories, or
even to Garnet or Pearl at that time.
Right.
Then she never comes out and says, "I shattered a diamond." She never comes out and if she did, I honestly think that if she did, she either thinks she did, and is just dealing with the guilt of that and doesn't talk about it, or she's responsible for the diamond shattering.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking back to the whole bismuth thing.
Yeah.
Where bismuth was all about shattering other gems.
Yeah.
She was sealed away by Rose Quartz.
Yeah.
Now, is that a reason because Rose felt guilty for the whole Pink Diamond thing? Or was it because Rose Quartz was completely against shattering any gems at all?
Yeah.
So
I think it's that she's against shattering. Rose Quartz is a very pro-life character.
Yes.
She loves all life, regardless of who it is.
And that's why she has like the healing powers that she does.
Yeah, and you look at Steven, and Steven also is very life-loving. He loves all of it. And it's which is why it throws Steven for such a loop that his mom was able to shatter and essentially kill another being when she loves life so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest, I'm more or less going with the idea that either Rose is directly responsible for Pink Diamond being shattered, or she did it, or she thinks she did it. One of those three. Most likely the fact that she did it.
I'm going with none of that.
Yeah.
I don't think she did it at all. But that's just my speculation.
Yeah.
Based on...
This is all speculation.
Based on what we're seeing.
It's just a lot of questions, and to be honest, I hope that Blue Zircon got out of there and is able to reform without any...
We'll see.
With any repercussions.
Based on Yellow Diamond's actions, there's no...
Did you see how she jumped on that?
There's no doubt in my mind that she knows what actually happened at this point. And I know for I can't say I know for a fact, but I just know that Rose didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be honest, I really want to believe that she didn't do it. I wanted to believe that she didn't do it for like a while, because things don't add up. They don't. Especially with how Yellow Diamond starts freaking out when Blue Zircon starts bringing up these facts. She's like, "Nope, go. You didn't hear nothing. None of you heard anything. You're not allowed to question me." And the thing I love about that whole trial in general...
literally just they both poofed,
yeah.
So...
So it's like, when Blue Diamond's inquisitive as to how it happened, because I don't know for sure if Yellow and Blue Diamond properly knew Rose at all. Or if they did, could that separate them from what they actually happened?
It's possible that Blue Diamond knew Rose Quartz to a certain extent, just because of her relationship that she had with Pink Diamond.
Yeah.
It's also very possible that Yellow Diamond knew of her as well. I mean, because of the war between Pink Diamond's
they had to have known
and
of
Rose
her.
faction.
But did they know her before what happened? which is why maybe Blue Diamond is so inquisitive, saying, I didn't know this person, I didn't see this person I knew couldn't have done this. And we know very little of what Pink Diamond actually is. Especially if Rose was very, very close to Pink Diamond, because it's to the point to wherever Pink Diamond is mentioned, everybody's crying. Everybody cared about Pink Diamond. Which really brings up the question as, why would she have wanted to destroy all life on Earth if maybe her influence on Rose was so pro-life? How could Rose have done that to another person who made her feel like that? So it's very, very questionable. A lot of fan theories going out the door and really being brought up in this thing.
I have a theory myself.
What you got?
At this point, I think that at some point in time, towards the end of their feud, Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond were probably getting somewhere on the same page of thinking, hey, maybe this fight isn't worth it and we should just leave the humans be. Because we saw that Pink Diamond, I mean, she was the one that created the human zoo in space. Like, she didn't hate humans, like, she wanted to study them and whatnot, and that just, what makes that theory of mine more plausible is the possibility that it was a diamond that actually shattered Pink Diamond. What kind, or the reason, hang on, let me get my words
reason
here.
For it?
Why would a diamond want to shatter Pink Diamond unless Pink Diamond was about to go against what the other diamonds were doing?
Yeah. Especially with the influence that a diamond has.
Exactly.
Over their subjects.
Exactly.
So, you could easily see Yellow Diamond or maybe the still unknown White Diamond looked at this and said, we can't have another diamond go against the grain like this. It's going to cause chaos.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that White Diamond has a major influence on this, just because, well, one, we still have yet to actually see White Diamond, but it would make sense if there was a kind of like a final boss kind of dealio.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Yellow.
But, and this is just another really big speculation thing, but if you look at the title cards for off colors in Lars's head, in the title card you see a silhouette of what appears to be White Diamond, based off of the murals from when they went to the moon, to the base up there. So one could stand to argue that White Diamond is actually the one that's at the top of everything. Like, White Diamond is the most pure of the diamonds, and that's why she's on top. And maybe it was a direct order from White Diamond for Yellow Diamond or whatever to kill Pink Diamond.
Yeah, so it's very, very up there in our questioning and reasoning. Is like, maybe White Diamond ordered Yellow Diamond to make sure, maybe not stop the fighting, but ensure that Pink Diamond didn't come back. Maybe Pink Diamond was already having thoughts, still wanted to finish the war, but wanted to, like, make sure that Pink Diamond's ideas for humanity after the war didn't survive. Is that it's a very questionable thing, and we still got a lot of questions. We're not going to have Steven Universe episodes for a while now, probably not until the fall.
So at least looking forward now, I'm hoping that we don't have a lot of filler episodes.
Well, we're probably going to.
I know it will have some, but like the fact that like Steven has essentially like the clock is ticking to like save Lars and the other off-color gems.
Yeah.
So like I'm hoping that one, there's not a lot of filler, so that this actually gets done relatively soon enough. But two, I'm hoping that like Steven makes sure to check in with Lars here and there, just because we now know that he has the ability to do so.
Yeah.
For him to just not check in on Lars,
Yeah.
knowing that situation, like that's gonna be like,
Well, the thing where we're going forward is that A, Homeworld doesn't know where Steven is right now, but the first place they're going to check is Earth. So they kind of
well,
have...
no, they'll check the planet first.
Yeah.
They're not gonna go check Earth when like he
Well,
has
they-
no means of getting to Earth that they know of.
They kind of... I don't want to say they'll check Earth, but they'll make sure that Steven, if he is on the planet still, they could just go grab some hostages from Earth and make him come out. They've been doing it. That's what Aquamarine and Topaz did. They can do it again.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
That's just my speculation.
sure like
Yeah.
it's too soon for them to go back to Earth, and they have no reason to go back to Earth to get hostages when they know he should be in a very, very hostile situation on
Yeah.
their own planet.
Yeah.
But that's what I'll expect to
Yeah.
see from that. Whether or not the gems try to construct their own ship, or the off-color gems try to construct or steal a ship.
It's very up in the air, especially with like the Cartoon Network. So, I'm trying to think of the word for it. The network's cartoon ratings and what they have left, because Adventure Time is ending soon. So I don't think Steven Universe is nowhere near ending, because
No.
I think we still need to see quite a few key events before we go anywhere. We need to meet White Diamond.
Yep.
We need to properly see what happened in the Gem War.
Yep.
And I think still close a lot of questions.
Sure.
Like,
I don't think we're gonna get the Clone War, the Gem War explanation until we find out who is the actual perpetrator in Pink Diamond's murder.
So I don't think we're going to see that until we see White Diamond. Once all the diamonds are on the board, then we can start seeing what actually happened.
Yep.
Because we've gone I think the darkest moment in the series we've ever seen is pretty much been the Bismuth episode. Is in terms of like how dark they've gotten, not in the past, but in the present.
Sure. If we're talking like gem-wise.
Yeah, gem-wise.
Sure. Bismuth was definitely the darkest example of what we've had to deal with so far.
Yeah.
And that was of one of the ally gems, not one of the homeworld gems.
Yeah. So it's gonna get kind of...
Because Aquamarine, I would say, is probably the most villainous of the non-diamonds that we've seen from the non-ally gems.
Yeah, that bitch has got to go down. I'm sorry. That bitch has got to go down. Well, and I think when they fight again, we probably can pretty much dictate how that fight's going to go, is that Topaz is still going to be very much under her control. But ultimately, Topaz, I will see rebelling. It'll just take a while.
I was going to say, like, yes, at this point, I'm anticipating that Topaz will make a return, and then Topaz is going to do something with the off-color gems or something.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
Yeah, I hope so. Alright, that has been the Nerd Rant for the week. Welcome back, Jordan. Thanks for showing up. But this has been fun. So, hope to do it one again on something.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, I'm Darren Christian. This has been Nerd Rant Live. We'll be on YouTube, and we do like, subscribe, share, do the whole spiel. Yeah. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.